To note how so soon into the playoffs, some of the dominant areas that were in there for the Chicago Bulls during the regular season have already surfaced in the playoffs. There are your officials for tonight's game: Ed T. Rush, Hugh Hollins, and Jack Neese, and we are all set to get it underway from the Spectrum. And we'll keep an eye early on Rick Mahorn. One thing Jimmy Lynam would like to do is get him a little more involved offensively, but he wonders if he can, if Mahorn has problems with that back, which has been bothering him all day. And even as he walked out here tonight, he said it's a little iffy, but he's going to try it.
Big Rick said it's playoff time with a big smile on his face.
Well, here we go from Philadelphia. It was Chicago. And now it comes into Paxson. He's got Green on him. One of the key matchups tonight, Scottie Pippen against Charles Barkley. And Michael Jordan takes his first shot of the night. That one won't go. Barkley comes away with a rebound.
I expect Charles to try to get every rebound in the place tonight.
Occasions last year in the best-of-5 set. Grant down low on Gilliam. Puts the jumper up over Gilliam. That won't go. Barkley comes away with another rebound. He gets his first two. And Chicago, who has jumped out on top early in all three games now, as Barkley on the other end draws the foul. Chicago leading at 6-2.
This is a pace beast that Jimmy told us before. In the course of the year, Charles averaged 10 foul shots a game. In the playoffs now, in this series, he's also at 10.
Still looking for his first point of the night.
3 to 4 feet from the basket.
Here's Barkley on Pippen. Everybody else clears out. Now Grant comes over to help out to get it out to Green. If Green can start to hit that outside shot, that would help Philadelphia tremendously. And it's an 8-5 Chicago lead.
Nice.
And Gilliam got clobbered by Michael Jordan. They just do beat the time clock. Along the baseline, Barkley. His first field goal.
See, if Chicago's going to come down the floor and play you man-to-man, and you can get the ball over half court up to Charles, no one can play Charles one-on-one from the corner.
Trying to get it over to Cartwright. Nice. Cartwright couldn't hang on. Here comes Barkley.
This is where he's going to take it all the way through.
Philadelphia by 5.
He must be careful now. Now just watch this play. Here's a great steal. And as Charles goes down, this is a 3-on-3 situation. He's going all the way, baby. One
shot as he got up. It's it back to Ricky Green. Green missing. 8 for 13 from the field now for the Sixers. Barkley stepped in the line. The ball goes back to Chicago. Get up and give it back outside. Now it comes right back to Charles.
They test him. When will they come? As soon as he dribbles, that's when they're coming on the double team.
That one coming after the steal.
Wants a clear out here. Nice pass.
Gets it to Gilliam. That was a beautiful pass by
there. They trapped that situation. The post guy was wide open. Bad pass situation.
The double team, the triple team now. Charles Barkley, but I'll tell you what. If anybody can muscle his way through 3 trees, that man can.
Now, look, all he did was carry Will Perdue, 240 pounds, and then Horace Grant at 220. He just carried these guys right to the hole.
He's amazing.
Well, the nice thing about it is, see, Charles never throws anything up soft. When he made that move and he split, he dumped that hard with 2 hands because he wants the 3-point opportunity.
And now he takes the shot over Anderson. Wouldn't go. The tip wouldn't go. Rebound. Barkley working on Pippen. Hodges comes over to help out to get it outside to Andre Turner. His 3-pointer wouldn't go. Rebound. And when you look at his teammate, you realize he really didn't have to score much for Chicago during the regular season.
Exactly. Everyone has a role.
Ricky Green's had a no whistle. Ball belongs to Philadelphia.
He's gone all the way.
They're going to call the offensive foul.
Good call. He tried to cross over. Paxson is really hurt. I mean, when you take a charge from Charles, he was really much. See, Charles isn't saying a thing. Now, you're going to watch this now. See, watch as he crosses over. Paxson, see? Paxson's there, see? There's no way. Charles did not have an angle here. You wish that he did, okay? And he's not complaining. See, Paxson took it. Charles had no place to go.
So a pair of really costly fouls for Philadelphia. One on Rick Mahorn, one on Charles Barkley. It's Barkley's second. Paxson's going to have to go back to the locker room, it looks like. It appears to be his right wrist.
Well, he took a real shot. Plus, he really hit hard once he went backwards. I mean, he went from the foul line all the way almost out of bounds.
Philadelphia now has turned the ball over 7 times in this second quarter.
Well, let's look at this on the telestrator here. This is a very interesting situation here because Barkley is isolated over here, and due to the zone rules in the NBA, the defense has to be on this side of the middle of the court. So now they have a choice as to whether they're going to trap Barkley or not. All right, they decide they're going to trap. They could come right here from the top from Paxson, or they could come from one of these big people. They decide to come from the big man as Barkley puts the ball down. Now let's let Barkley put the ball down just to where he starts to pick it up. Right there, hold the ball. Now Barkley has the ball here. We have the double team right here. Over here we have Green, who was spotted up right here, sliding into view. And in the defense, we have 3 Chicago players, Paxson, Jordan, and Cartwright, who is just off the screen, each playing half a man. Right here, Paxson has to have one arm in this lane to Gilliam and one arm out here to the top. Jordan is playing half a man here, half a man here. Cartwright is playing solely right now on Mahorn, but he's also going to be taking Gilliam. Should he cut in there, he's half a man. All right, Barkley, who's a master at it, reads the opening, kicks it out. Ricky Green knocks in the jumper.
Cartwright came from the foul line down, Pete. Gilliam just allowed him to come in. He never put a body on him.
6-point lead now for Chicago.
Pippen doing a good job on Barkley.
Barkley had the ball.
Now they just get the ball up the floor. The rest of the other 4 guys are scrambling to pick up your man.
Chicago leading at 55-49. Comes down to Barkley again, operating inside. This time he will go to the line. Bill Cartwright called for his second. Well, they've got to do a better job of getting the ball to Barkley in the second half than they did in the first half.
Yeah, they did. That is a good lob up over the top. And what they're trying to do with Barkley is front him. Let's get some more catches.
Hawkins putting the shot up. We saw Cartwright come over to help out. Offensive board, Barkley. Put back Barkley. He got 2 offensive rebounds. Michael Jordan.
That was beautiful. That's what they call a guard around play. And that was really nice. Michael took a tough shot. That was a tough angle.
Barkley operating along that baseline again. Power move by Charles Barkley. They get it inside to Barkley, and Charles will earn a trip to the free throw line.
Barkley to be your horse at the center position.
Only 3 seconds left to shoot it. They get it into Barkley. Barkley got fouled by Cartwright. He was able to get that shot away, or by Grant, rather.
I can't believe that Jackson is arguing over this call. I mean, I just can't believe it. Now, just watch. Now, watch the pump fake here. There it is. And he took the contact.
And still got the shot off.
Yeah, and still got it off and almost made it.
And now he's got to make some free throws. As we told you before, he's missed 4 in this half and 5 tonight. 4 out of 9 from the line tonight for Charles Barkley. That one does fall for him. He's 17 points. Coming in to play D. Anderson coming in to try to find that outside shooting stroke, which has been missing. Barkley makes them both. He has 8 win one in this series. Oh, if that would have gone, it would have hurt.
Yeah, loose ball. He only has 3 timeouts, no 20.
And a big number advantage at the free throw line for Philadelphia tonight. These will be free throw attempts number 37 and 38 for the Sixers. Going to take the jumper, wouldn't go for him. Barkley trying for the rebound, battling Grant for it. Ball still rolling loose along the floor, and we'll have a jump ball. We have seen some bad decisions made by some Sixer players in this one. It was a bad decision for Manute Bol to argue that call and cost him a technical. Charles Barkley's three-point effort a couple of trips ago down the court, not a very good decision. Remember in the first half, a couple of Gilliam shots in the paint. He took the short jumper instead of going for the dunk.
All right, now the one thing he must be careful is Horace Grant, if they win this, that they do not send the guy long and get a layup.
It is controlled by Philadelphia. Under a minute to go. 96-93 Chicago.
He's got to move quicker. He's got to go to the basket before the double team gets there.
Remember, Pippen's got 5 fouls. Out it comes to Turner.
Yes.
Turner.
It's remaining.
Anderson, and it comes to Barkley. Barkley taking it inside, gives to Hersey Hawkins for 3. Timeout, Chicago. Look at the Spectrum crowd. Hersey Hawkins' 4th three-pointer of the night. The Sixers are up by 1.
All right, now. The thing is that you cannot go crazy in your own huddle right now. Chicago has 1 timeout remaining. Now, you're going to see they get the pass to Barkley. They do not trap him. And what happens, Jordan was trying to help out, and they left Hersey Hawkins out on the side. You see, Pippen should have trapped Barkley right away outside. Okay, now this is an excellent pass. Hawkins has been hot. We said that Barkley has only taken 1 shot opportunity. Now, please, everyone totally excited except for one thing. There are 10 seconds left in this game.
Still a lot of time.
Right, there are a ton of time, and you have Michael Jordan be all over. They've got to beat. No, they're not. They're not even playing the guy out of bounds. I find this interesting because now he can pick out the guy he wants to pass to.
And this one is going to be over. The Philadelphia 76ers trailing for much of the night. Rally in the final quarter to win the first game for them in this series. Chicago now leads it 2-1. The big basket. A 3-pointer by Hersey Hawkins in the closing seconds.
You know what's interesting there, Pete? They got the ball inbounds where they wanted it. They were going back to Scottie Pippen from out of bounds. Michael Jordan was a decoy in the last 2 plays. How about that?
It is a 99-97 Philadelphia victory.